The first time aliens came near Earth, they did not come with loud threats or bright weapons. They came quietly. They watched. They listened. They learned. And what they learned scared them. Across the galaxy, Earth already had a strange name. Humans were called the endurance species, not because they were the strongest or the smartest, but because they refused to stop. No matter how many times they fell, they stood up again. No matter how many times they lost, they returned. Many alien races found this disturbing. Earth's regular army was already famous. Humans trained soldiers from a young age. They fought in heat, cold, desert, ocean, and sky. They used old weapons and new ones together. Even when technology failed, they kept fighting with hands, blades, and pure will. Alien war councils studied human battles and wrote reports filled with warning signs. Humans adapt too fast, one report said. They do not fear death the same way, said another. When outnumbered, they become more dangerous, said a third. Because of this, most alien empires avoided Earth. They attacked weaker worlds instead. But one empire did not listen. They were called the Carthel Dominion, tall, armored, with glowing eyes and minds trained only for conquest. They had crushed dozens of planets. Their soldiers were bred for war. Their ships blocked out stars. They believed fear was a weapon, and they believed humans would fear them too. The Dominion scouts watched Earth's armies move. Tanks, jets, warships, missiles. The scouts reported back. Yes, humans are aggressive, the scout commander said, but they rely on large armies and loud machines. Cut the head and the body falls. The Dominion leaders agreed. They believed they understood humans. They were wrong. The invasion began at night. Dominion ships entered Earth's orbit and destroyed several satellites in seconds. Cities went dark. Communication shook but did not break. Human commanders moved fast. Earth's army responded exactly as the aliens expected. Jets scrambled, ships moved, missiles launched. The Dominion smiled. This was normal war. Their ground forces landed in remote areas first, testing defenses. Human army units met them. Battles were fierce. Humans fought hard. Losses were heavy on both sides. The Dominion noticed something strange. Even when humans retreated, they did not run in panic. They pulled back slowly, firing, watching, learning. After 3 days, the Dominion believed victory was near. They had superior numbers and stronger weapons. Earth's main armies were tired. Cities were under threat. That was when the Dominion made their greatest mistake. They sent a message. "Humans of Earth," the Dominion commander said, his voice echoing across hacked screens. "Your armies are broken. Surrender now. Resistance will only bring extinction." Many alien species would have surrendered. Humans did not. Instead, something else happened. In underground bases, deep forests, deserts, mountains, and oceans, doors opened that had not opened in years. Files marked with red warnings were unlocked. Names were spoken softly. "Activate Special Forces." The Dominion had heard the term Special Forces before. Many species had elite troops. Usually they were just better trained soldiers. What came next was not that. The first Dominion base went silent without warning. No explosions, no alarms. One moment it was alive with soldiers. The next moment, nothing. Drones were sent in. The cameras showed dark corridors. Lights flickered. Alien bodies lay on the floor. Some were cut. Some were crushed. Some looked untouched but lifeless. There were no humans on the cameras. The Dominion felt something new. Confusion. Another base lost contact, then another. Then a command post near a landing zone stopped responding. Human armies were still fighting openly, drawing attention. Meanwhile, something invisible was tearing the Dominion apart from the inside. Special forces did not fight like armies. They did not announce themselves. They did not charge. They moved at night, in storms, underwater, through fire. They used silence as a weapon. They used patience. They waited for hours, days, even weeks. One Dominion officer survived long enough to send a message.
"They are not soldiers," he said, shaking. "They are ghosts." Human special forces attacked supply lines. Dominion troops began to starve. They sabotaged power systems. Weapons failed during battles. Communications filled with strange noises, then screams, then silence. The Dominion tried to adapt. They increased patrols. They used sensors, drones, psychic scanners. It did not help. Humans crawled through spaces too small for alien bodies. They swam through freezing water. They hid in plain sight. Sometimes they wore alien armor. Sometimes they used alien weapons better than their owners. Alien war soldiers started seeing things. Footprints where no one should be. Shadows moving against the light. Whispers in human languages they should not understand. Fear spread faster than bullets. One captured Dominion soldier later said, "They let us see them sometimes, just enough to remind us we were not safe." The Dominion commander demanded answers. Where are their elites? Why do they not fight openly? A captured human officer smiled. "You already met them," he said. "You just didn't survive the meeting." The largest turning point came during the siege of Red Valley. The Dominion gathered their strongest force there. Thousands of soldiers, heavy walkers, shield generators, air support. They wanted to crush humans once and for all. The battle began at dawn. Human regular forces attacked first. Tanks rolled forward, infantry advanced, jets screamed overhead. The Dominion fought back with brutal strength. Then night fell, and everything changed. The Dominion's shield generators failed one by one. Walkers collapsed as if cut at the knees. Commanders were found dead in their secure rooms. Human special forces moved through the battlefield like a living storm. They attacked from behind enemy lines. They used knives, suppressed weapons, and sometimes nothing at all. They fought hand to hand, silent and fast. One Dominion general survived long enough to send a message. "You should have stayed afraid." The bunker went silent. By morning, Red Valley belonged to humans. The Dominion's losses were massive, but worse than losses was the damage to morale. Dominion soldiers no longer wanted to land on Earth. They begged to stay on ships. Some refused orders, others fired wildly into shadows. Human special forces made sure the fear stayed alive. They hacked Dominion broadcasts and replaced them with simple messages. "We see you. You are not safe. Go home." The Dominion tried one last desperate attack, a massive orbital strike aimed at a human command center. But the coordinates were wrong. Special forces had already been there. The strike hit an empty mountain. Meanwhile, humans boarded Dominion ships in orbit. No alarms, no warning. One by one, ships went dark and drifted away. The Dominion Council finally understood. Earth's army was strong. Earth's special forces were terrifying. They were not built to conquer. They were built to end fights before they began. The Dominion sent a surrender signal. It was short. "We withdraw. We will never return." Humans allowed them to leave. No chase, no final attack, just silence. Across the galaxy, the story spread. Aliens already feared Earth's army. After that war, they feared something more. They feared the quiet places. They feared the dark. They feared the idea that humans might already be watching. And somewhere on Earth, deep underground, doors closed again. Files were locked. Special forces went back to being shadows. Because humans didn't need to show their monsters. They only needed others to remember they existed.